Okay, so today's workout today is all about the weights. I really like this one. Try and get as heavy weights as you can handle and really push yourself, especially when we're doing overhead press. You want to feel like you're really pushing those weights up. Okay, the more weights we lift, the heavier the weights are, the more we're going to build muscle. The more muscle we have, the more calories we burn. It's a fact. So just get used to it. Don't stand on the scales and watch your weight all the time. Build muscle and actually go, I'm getting fitter and getting stronger, but I weigh the same. I'm okay with that because it will make a massive difference in how many calories you burn, how much fat you burn, and how you feel, as well as in your endurance. Right, with that little lecture over, let's go through our exercises. We've got some bog standers, some squats, squats with weights, and squat hops. We've got lunges. We've got lunges with rotation, so whatever leg steps forward, we rotate to that side. Always keep your head in line with your sternum. And we've got walking lunges, okay, with weights. We have a few different planks. So building up on our plank, we have our bog standard plank to elbows. So you come in your plank, you come down to your elbows, you come back up to your plank, okay? Try and alternate sides. You can do them on your knees, okay? Then we've got planks with leg abduction. So that's in your solid plank. You're going to open each leg out to the side, using the inner and outer thighs, squeezing the belly in, keeping the hips nice and quiet. And then we've got star push-ups. So our star push-ups, remember there are skinny push-ups that skim the rib cage. Then we turn the heels of the hands out and those elbows go wide and back. So you look like the shape of a star while you go. So little skinny ones and wide ones on your knees or on your feet, totally up to you. Now we've got some weights. We've got overhead press. We've got upright rows, which is where we pull them straight up. We've got low rows to tricep kickback. So that's where you're in a hinge. We row them back. We kick those triceps back. We bring it back in. We row it back down. Okay. We have got renegade rows. So that's our other row. So our renegade row, remember, is, I don't have my weights ready here right now, but you're in your plank and your feet are shoulder distance. You're rowing one elbow, rowing the other elbow, keeping those hips nice and quiet. If you want to challenge yourself some more, you can add a push-up into that row. But more importantly is to try and just use a heavier weight, okay? The push-up is great. You're going to build that push-up strength. But if your push-ups aren't super strong, then just build that weight so that when you're rowing, you're getting a good solid row in there. You're working all those muscles behind the shoulder to strengthen you into that push-up. Okay, we have got squat with overhead press. Oh, then we get into our abs, sorry. So we've got reverse crunches. Cross those ankles, head is down, shoulders roll down the back, and we're lifting the lower belly up towards the sky. We've got frog crunches. You glue those heels together. Separate the toes, separate the knees, and squeeze. You get this really nice connection in your inner thigh, and then you're flexing up into that diamond and back down. And we've got bicycle crunches, so that's where you have both knees bent. We twist and rotate to one side, and then to the other side as we extend the leg. Now, if you are niggly in your SI joint or in your lower back, then you can just flex and hold. Hold that isometric hold in your bicycle crunch, and then at the halfway timer, twist and hold on the other side, okay? So take that option to bring it down a level. And then we've got our last isometric abdominals, which is our double leg stretch with a hold. So, like our frog here, but then we're going to squeeze those inner thighs together, point the toes, rotate the legs parallel, reach your hands towards your feet and just hold it there. So that's really, really, really good. Working the abdominals from top to bottom, working through the pelvic floor. Everything, it's everything. Okay. Then we get a nice little stretch it out. So let's do this. It's not a short one today. It's 35 minutes and 49 seconds long. So let's just get it done. Listen to my cueing and let's have some fun. I'm going to start my timer. We're starting just with a little shoulder warm up. So get your weights handy, yourself stood up with your heels directly underneath your hips, glutes pulled down your back, fingertips spread wide, and little baby arm circles forward. Making them nice and small, pulling the belly in, keeping the whole torso glued between two boards, Reaching those fingertips wide, lengthen the spine, neck is nice and relaxed. And just keep breathing. There's nothing too jumpy today. We got a little bit of squat hops, but nothing too jumpy. It's more getting that heart rate up because of the weights. And swing the arms back out again. Here we go, backwards, arm circles. Reaching those fingertips. Remember to always glue your glutes down your back. Reach those fingers wide. Relax the neck away from the shoulders. Pull everything in nice and tight. Don't be a wet noodle. Think about where your feet are, directly underneath your sit bones. The legs are active. The arch is pulled away from the floor. Your toes are relaxed. We're warming up the body. You should feel warmth in those shoulders already. Just keep breathing. That's it. Okay, we've got max rep squats, so we're going to open those feet up just a little bit wider so that there's somewhere between your shoulders and your hips, and you go down and push away. As we're coming up, contract all the muscles in the quads, squeeze the glutes, pull the belly in. Try not to thrust the hips forward and snap the knees. You want it to be about the bum. The weight is in the heels, the knees track directly over the toes. We're just going to keep breathing it out. You guys are doing great. Just push from the bum. Stand up tall, find that length in the spine. Keep the collarbone nice and wide. We're warming up the legs to get ready for our legs with our weights. Just keep breathing. It's a long one. Maximum reps. You want to get as much in as you can in that timer. Warming up those legs. Keep pushing. Keep those knees over the toes. Just check every once in a while. Make sure you're going deep enough and your alignment is correct. Keeping those shoulders away from the ears and relax your face. That's it. Okay. We've got rotating lunges, so we're going to start lunging forward with our right and twisting to our right. Lunge it forward. Twist from the obliques back to center. Push yourself back. Lunge, twist, and back. So twist the body, the torso, so that your head and your chest is in one line. We're warming up the spine. We're warming up the legs. Warming up the belly. This is a head to toer for building strength and muscle. Really great for burning fat. Try and keep your hips level throughout. Pushing off with the back of that leg, coming down with the front of the leg. Good job. Okay, we've got our plank, our first of our plank series, elbow to hands plank. So bring yourself down the mat. Decide whether you're doing these on your knees or on your feet. Get yourself committed. Push those feet back if you're on your feet. Squeeze your glutes, and down we go. Try and alternate hands each time. So go down on your right, left, left, right. Go down on your left, right, right, left. Squeeze the belly in. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Keep breathing. And just keep transferring that weight. Keeping the thighs connected, the glutes connected, the shoulders nice and wide. And breathe. Strong through that chest and back. Good job. Okay, we're grabbing our weights for our first weighted exercise, which is our squats with our weights. So, actually, I'm going to use 2 5 kgs because I'm really going to try and push myself. So I've got 2 weights. My feet are shoulder distance, and I'm squatting. Keeping my chest lifted throughout, keeping my back long, contracting the quads, squeezing the glutes. The weight is in the heels, resisting gravity going down, pushing away from the floor to come up. And breathe. Keep that belly glued in the whole time. Squeeze all of the legs in the bum as you come up to the top. Keep breathing. That's it, guys, almost there. Push away from that floor. Back is long. Good job. Okay. I'm going to drop that weight a little bit lighter for my upright rows. So weights turn to face my thighs. Elbows come out to the side and back down again. Just keep breathing. Only bring those elbows out to shoulder height and resist gravity going down. Don't race them. Keeping the belly pulled in, the rib cage facing towards the thighs. The heels are under the sit bones, the neck is long. You should be starting to get warm already. I can feel my sweat coming on. And just keep breathing. Building those muscles, burning that fat. If you have a variety of weights, you can play around with what works best for each muscle group. Okay, walking lunges. So I'm going to grab one of these, hold it at my chest, and I'm going to lunge forward, and the other one. So just alternating. You can walk around the room if that's for you, but you want to drop that knee, the back knee, straight towards the floor. You want your front knee to be going in line with the toe, or over the toe. If your feet are not in line with your toe, don't let your knee pass the toes. If you're in alignment, you can let your knee pass. You can increase that flexibility on your joints. But you have to have proper alignment. Keep breathing, keep that belly pulled in, and your chest lifted. So just building. Got a heavier weight. Just stacked 2 of these. But a minute is a long time. Stretch out that back thigh by squeezing the glute as you lunge forward. Whew. Okay. We've got our plank with leg abduction. Bring yourself down onto your mat, hands under your shoulders. Push those hips forward. Glue the belly and glue the glutes. Open the legs to the side and in. Keeping the back nice and long. Keep breathing. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the back and the neck long. Don't arch it up or flex it down. Think about your pelvis being in neutral. Not tucked under too much. Pushing your fingers into the floor. And breathing. 6 seconds left. Good job. Okay, we got our star press ups. A little bit shorter. Here we go, parallel to wide. So, elbows skim the ribs. Heels of the hands turn out. Elbows go wide and back. Keep your whole spine nice and solid and connected. Really push through those parallel push-ups to build your tricep strength. The stronger your triceps are, the stronger your biceps are. Okay, overhead press. We're going to grab those weights again. I'm going to try and use these ones. Should really have these on a bar. Shoulder feet are nice and wide. Pushing up to the ceiling and bringing them back down. I need to get a heavier set of dumbbells. Those aren't going to work. Never mind. I can do it with one, but not with 2. So I'm going to go back to my lighter weights and resist gravity. There's still 3 kg, but my other weights are 7. I need 5s. Just keep breathing. Keep that belly pulled in and the glutes squeezed. 3 is heavy enough. Good job. Okay, we got squat jumps with the weight. So I'm going to hold one weight at my chest, squat, up. So I've gone for one 5 kg weight. You could do your 2 3s if you want. You could do 1 3. Just keep that chest lifted. Power through the back of the bum. Knees over toes. Keep going, 5 seconds. Good job. Okay, what do we got? Hinge rows to triceps. Hinge your body forward. Row back, kick it out. Pull it in, release it down. Pull, push, pull, release. Get that row from the back of the shoulders. And catch my breath. And then use those triceps to straighten those elbows. Keep the sit bones spread wide. The belly pulled in, halfway there. Just keep breathing. Working all those muscles in the back of the scapula and those arms. So it's like a bicep in the back of the shoulders, tricep, back of the shoulders, core, pull it in, release. And these ones are quite hard to do with anything much heavier, unless you're a man or you're super duper duper strong. Good job. Okay, we've got squats with the dumbbells. I'm grabbing 2. Back for my squats. Regular old squats. Knees over toes, push from the bum. Keep that belly pulled in. Keep breathing. You can have your weights down by your sides. You can have them up at your chest. You can have them sitting on your shoulders. Up to you. But squeeze that bum, squeeze the glutes and the quads as you come up. And don't snap your knees. Keep the back long. Knees over toes. Really working hard with these. 15 seconds left, guys. Keep breathing. Push yourself. You can do it. Good job. Okay, upright rows. Grab your weights. That's elbows to the side. Feet under the sit bones. Pull those elbows out. Release them down. Just keep breathing. Don't let those elbows come too high that you start to use your upper traps. Pull the belly in. Use your breath to help you. And squeeze the glutes to pull that lower back nice and flat. Think about those elbows coming up, but also slightly back, so that you really work the rhomboids, which hold the scapula onto the back of the rib cage, so we don't get winging. That's it. Good job. Okay, we got walking lunges. I'm gonna grab my one weight, and here we go. Lunge it forward and back. Squeeze the glute. Drop that knee. Feel the stretch. Keep the spine long. Maintain the same level in the hips. If you know that transfer weight is really hard for you, just come down and pulse. And then push it back. Bend the other leg. Pulse. It's better than swerving around and hurting your back or your knee ligaments. Okay, so take whatever option is best for your body. And breathe. Knees over toes, glutes connected. Stretch that thigh. 5 seconds left, guys. That's it. Good job. Okay, we've got plank with abduction. Hands under shoulders. Legs or knees go back. Get that nice connection in the body. Step out. Pull it in. Remember, contract the quads and the glutes so that you protect your knee joint. Remember, push the fingertips into the floor to protect your wrist joint. You can always roll your mat up and have your fingertips hanging off the end of your mat if your wrists are a bit niggly. You could always go onto your elbows if that feels better for you. 10 seconds left. Use the outer and inner thigh to step out and step in. Good job. Okay, we got star press-ups. On your knees or on your feet, up to you. Parallel and then wide. Keep the back of the neck long and the belly glued in. Skim those ribs with those elbows. Lift the pelvic floor. Find that power and strength in your arms and in your belly. Good job. Okay, back up, overhead press, grab your weights. Whew. It's getting warm in here. Get those feet hip to shoulder distance, weights up at those shoulders. Here we go. So I can feel with every round that fatigue in my shoulders, in my legs, because I'm using heavy weights. I'm really pushing myself, and it's hard. I could go for a lighter weight, but then I won't build as much muscle. So heavier weights, but I can try and do as many reps as I can, and not any more. Keep breathing. And that's going to get you that muscle tone and that calorie burn long into the day. Wowzers! Okay, squat jump with a weight. Here we go. I got my 1 5er. You can do your 2 by your sides if you want. Protect your knees. Knees over toes, sit that bum back. Keep the belly pulled in. Land softly. You can just do regular squats if the jump isn't for you today. Almost there. Keep the chest lifted. Whew. Rows to triceps. Hinge the body. Row it back. Tricep back. Pull it in and release. Spread the sit bones. Pull the belly in. Pull the shoulders down and back. Make your neck long. And breathe. Catch your breath. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. You guys are doing great. Think about your heels being directly underneath those sit bones. And your rib cage is still pulling down towards your hips, even though you're in this hinge. We want a nice, long, neutral spine. That's it. 10 seconds left. You're doing great. Extend and release. Okay, we got dumbbell push-ups. You're going to bring your weights on the flat side, directly underneath your shoulders. You can be on your knees or on your feet, and elbows go down and back. So adjust the angle of your weights if you need to in order to have your hands in the correct position so that you don't have any ache in the wrist joint. Keeping your body as solid as a board. You can do just regular push-ups. If that feels better for you, play around with the angle of your weights, but make sure they are directly underneath your shoulders. Every time. Good job. Okay. Come into a bit of a forward fold. Let your body just be heavy for a minute. And breathe. Come on back down. We're going to do our renegade rows. Weights are flat. Send those feet back, hips forward. Open the feet to shoulder distance. Row it up. Remember, the heavier weight is more important than the push-up. It's about keeping that back nice and long, keeping the hips nice and still, using your bum together with your core and those muscles in your back to row. Just keep breathing. Neck nice and long. Almost there, guys. 5 seconds. Oh, good job. Okay, we got squats with our overhead press now. So we're building the two things together. So for that, we want our feet to be slightly wider so that they're going to come about shoulder distance. Weights come up. We squat down, push it up. Squat, press with those shoulders. Adding everything together here. Keep pulling that belly in. Power through the heels. Find that connection with your glutes. Breathe the power in those shoulders as you press those arms overhead. Don't hunch the shoulders up, keep them down. And just keep breathing. Use your triceps to extend that last 10%. Ooh, these are getting heavy. Yowzers. Okay, we get a little rest. Let's just stretch the shoulder out. Stretch the shoulder out. Grab your weights, we're back to dumbbell press-ups. So, get your weights set up how you like them. Your feet out or knees down. And push up. Breathe. Keep that focus with the core. Keep the glutes active. Oh, okay. I'm going to come off my weights and just do them on my hands and try and keep my knees up. Still can't. Back to my knees. On my knees, finish off my last few push-ups and taking that regressed option to protect my body, to protect my shoulder. So always bring it down when you need to. Up you come. Oh, wait, no, back down. Renegade rows. Weights under the shoulders. Sorry about that. Feet hip distance. And make that nice solid plank. And row it out. So it's a lot of work on the wrists today. So always take the option that feels good for you. Do these on your knees if you need to. You can also do them on the floor with your hands next to the weights and grab the weight each time to pull, okay? So regress to the option that feels good for your body. And breathe. Okay, back to squat with overhead press. Yowzers. I can feel this. We've got 11 minutes left. I told you this was a long one today and a hard one, but honestly, you're going to be burning those calories long after you're done. Squat. Push. Find the power in your body. Sit your bum back. Push through the heels and the shoulders. Keep that chest lifted throughout. This is going to get you those nice toned arms, nice toned legs, and it's building the biggest muscle group in your body. Your legs, your glutes, and your thighs. Woo! Together with your shoulders. Okay, we rest. Breathe it out. We're coming down into abdominals. So you can put yourself down on the mat. We've got reverse crunches first. Relax onto that mat. Cross those ankles, shoulders down and back, lifting from that lower belly. Lift your heels up to the sky. Keep rolling those shoulders down. And breathe. Curl your tail under and scooch it up. Now, if your lower back hates these and you really struggle with them, you can bring your feet down and you can do just little pelvic tilts where you just lift your pelvis off the floor, and but you've got to really get that tuck from your abdominals, okay? And really tuck it under. So that's why your bum's lifted, not because of your bum, okay? So even walking your heels away a little bit more. So some people have that tight lower back where reverse crunches are just impossible for them. So that's another option for you. We've got frog necks. Glue those heels together. Open the knees out to your diamond. Hands at your ears. Flex it up. Squeeze those heels together. Find that connection with your inner thighs. And flex into that diamond. Little froggy legs. And just keep breathing. Lift the chest. Don't just crunch the chest. Find that orange softly placed between your chin and your chest so you don't squish or jam your chin into your chest. And just keep breathing. Pulling the belly button in. Oh, and you should have felt that in the legs as well. Okay, we got bicycle crunches. Knees up, hands behind the head, twist. Don't rush these. You don't get more from doing them fast. You get more from doing them right. So get that twist and lift and reach, and don't pull on your head. And you should feel these. Keep that belly pulled in. That's your halfway timer if you're deciding just to hold it isometrically. Oh. Keep breathing. You guys are doing great. And down. Okay, we've got our double leg stretch and hold. So a little rest here. Remember for that, we're going to straighten our legs, straighten our arms. So take your little breather. Let's tabletop those legs. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Hands behind the ears. Flex your body up. Ready? Extend your legs, extend your arms, and hold. Pull the belly in. Only lower your legs as far as you can keep that back pushed into the mat. Point your toes. Squeeze your thighs. And rest. Good job. Pull your knees into your chest. Little gentle rock side to side here, guys. We're going to do that round one more time. Reverse crunches. So when you're ready, cross your ankles over, bring your hands down to the mat, roll those shoulders back, toes up to the sky. Now remember, you can do those little pelvic tilts here if you would prefer. Otherwise, squeeze those bottom abdominals, lifting. You want to feel that lift of the back of your pelvis off of the floor. And you're curling your lower lumbar spine. Getting that flexion and articulation in your lower back definitely helps to take away back pain. But pelvic tilts are just as good. And actually doing pelvic tilts every day is really good for your lower back health. So if you know you're going to niggly back, do it. Lift, use those abs. Pull the toes to the sky. We're almost done here, guys. We've got frog next. Bring your feet down for a minute, back up. Squeeze those heels together, open the knees out to your diamond, hands to your ears, flex it up. Chest into the diamond. Lift using your whole belly. So this will be a lot more in your upper abdominals. You're squeezing those heels together, though, to get that connection with your pelvic floor. So gently lift that pelvic floor. Point the toes away from each other. Squeeze those heels together. Dorsiflex the ankles. Find that connection, the back of the hamstrings, the inside of the thighs, and the abdominals, because it's a crunch. Just keep breathing. Don't pull on your head. Don't jam your chin. Almost there. Oh, good job. Okay, bicycle crunches next. Ready? Tabletop those legs. Hands behind the head, flex up and twist. Remember, you can hold it isometrically on one side. That's totally your option. Try and make sure one shoulder is down every time, and you're lifting with the armpit. That was our halfway, I think, not yet. There it is. So if you're doing isometric, switch sides. Otherwise, armpit to knee, switch, armpit to knee, switch, armpit. Pull, lift. Lift that pelvic floor, reach those legs, contract the quad muscle. Don't just passively kick your foot out there. Make it active. Oh, wowzers. We're going to do that double leg stretch hold now. So just reach your arms overhead for a minute, stretch your legs away. Allow your lower back to lift and stretch your abdominals out like you're doing a big cat stretch that you do when you wake up in the morning. Let's go. Tabletop those legs, hands behind the head, flex up. Now reach everything. Squeeze those inner thighs. Push the bottom of the shoulder blades into the floor. Lift the chest. Look to the knees. Reach those fingers. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze and hold. And bend. And bring it down. We're going to flip over onto our tummy now. And we're going to do cobra. And then we get a nice little stretch. So on your belly, open your feet out to hip distance. Squeeze your glutes. Pull your belly button away from the floor. Fingertips in line with the eyebrows. Lift the chest. Gently push into the floor. Squeeze the glutes and hold. Keep pushing your big toes into the mat. Think about your spine getting longer, not more flexed or extended. It's actually extended. But you want to think about that length. I'm making my spine really long, all the way from my tailbone to the back of my head. Keep pushing my feet into the floor. I could even lift my hands if I wanted to. And then bring your hands down. Open the knees out. Put your hips back on your heels. And stretch your hands forward. And just rest and breathe. So in your child's pose here, I want you to think about your breathing. And come to that 3D lateral three-dimensional breath. So you're going to inhale through your nose, pushing your ribcage into the side of your thighs. And into the back of your ribcage. And as you exhale, you're going to gently resist your breath through your mouth, drawing your ribcage away from your thighs and away from your back. Inhaling slowly through the nose, feeling like your lungs are two balloons inflating inside of the cage and pushing into the cage, into your thighs. And exhaling, drawing the diaphragm up, lifting the pelvic floor, pulling everything in towards that midline of the body and relaxing all the tension. A little bit shorter breath now, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good job. And bring yourself up. From here, come up onto your knees. We're going to step our right foot forward, squeeze your left glute, and push your hips forward. Keep that left glute squeezed, and then you're going to reach your left arm up overhead, put your right elbow on your right knee, and a gentle side bend to the right side, stretching out that whole left line of the body. Keep squeezing the glute, keep reaching the body. Shoulders should still be stacked on top of each other. So it's a side bend, not a forward flex and twist. Bring the hand down, release the glute, push your body back, come back onto both knees. Step the left leg forward, squeeze the right glute, push the hips forward. Make sure those knees are still tracking over the toes. Bring your left elbow to your left knee, reach your right hand up, reach up and over, squeezing the bum, stretching the whole side of the body. And breathe. Keep feeling that nice deep stretch down the front of your hip and your thigh. Your knees should feel light on the mat. Release back up to the top. Bring your back onto your knees. Knees apart, hips to heels. Stretch yourself forward. Breathe in through the nose, push those ribs into the thighs. Breathe out through the mouth, draw the ribs away from the thighs. Now roll your belly away from your front of your thighs. Come up onto your knees. Then tuck your toes under. Bring your hands to the floor. Lift your knees away. Bring the weight onto your heels and then glue your belly to your thighs. And from there, tilt the body forward into a forward fold. Really pull your body down, pulling your chest towards your thighs, stretching out those hamstrings. Then take one more deep inhale, relax the hands, exhale, roll the body up, stacking the weight over the ankles, the ribs over the hips, the shoulders over the ribs till you come all the way up to standing. Reach your arms up overhead, shoulders pulled down the back, little baby back bend, then turn the palms to face forward, bend the elbows out wide to the side for your cactus pose, pulling those elbows down and back, and then release into the center of your body. Well done, guys. I hope you liked that one. It was a bit longer, but I absolutely loved it. Really, really great for building muscle, and you will be burning fat and calories for quite some time now, so go eat something really yummy. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you again.